other departments, RRU, etc. So we will be out in our numbers, and we want all the criminals to know that we will be there. And we expect them to keep the criminal minds to themselves. Or in their best interest, they should change the criminal mind, because they would be held accountable.
So this is typically a warning to individuals who may be thinking of preying on individuals.
Definitely. Definitely.
I'm assuming a zero tolerance is being adhered to right now in terms of individuals who want to prey on individuals. I mean, our conversation this morning is way of telling individuals where they can, maximize their safety a whole lot.
Yes.
You understand? And you have certainly given a lot of information this morning. That you gave a lot of tips and so forth, how to secure, especially when people come into securing their personal belongings at home and businesses securing, folks walking around with lots of cash. Of course, you did give some tips in terms of the do's and don'ts of that, so it's definitely important individual pay attention to some of those tips that we gave out and secure themselves, and they don't become a prey. That there are individuals who just wants to prey on you for their own reasons.
Yes.
Like that. And this is the opportunity. We do have about 10 more minutes left on today's program. Those viewers and listeners out there, if you do have a question or two, you would like to, of course, ask Corporal Wickham, feel free to do so. 435-2041, 435-2041, and give us a call, and certainly we will entertain it. And I showed you any other information you would like to throw out, especially to individuals that they could focus on that to seek just to maximize their security, especially individuals. I mean, most businesses, you would say, may have it covered to a point. They may have their security guards and so forth. At night, as you said, they may leave lights on, and they may have the security system that will, and alarms and so forth, that will offer some level of deterrence.
Yes.
But, on a personal level, individuals on a personal level, sometimes we think, well, it's okay.
Yes.
Because I think, well, individuals know me. We sort of drop our guard because and sometimes the individual that know us are the ones that initially attack us.
Yes.
We do have a caller. Let's entertain the caller and we answer this question. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah. Good morning to you. Yeah, I'm listening to a program and now I am a farmer. I not only like the Christmas season holidays and like people is breaking open and going robs like stores and banks and that thing. Now we farmers, we have a lot to pay in our lands, because why on a Christmas Eve we're selling, some of us might be enjoying ourselves. On Christmas Day again, we in our house, it our lot of thieves that go to farmers' land on that day, robbing like the nutmegs, the tanyas, the yams, and other produce in our lands. So farmers also lost a lot on that day than them too, because I heard with my own ears, it have a guy say already, the best time is to go and thief is on a Christmas Day, but he's died now. He passed away because about 2 years now, the officer that was patrolling in the area, and the saw guy, he was jogging out yams from an property, and he get caught, and he was hiding the yams close to the road for a vehicle to come and pick it up. That was about that 2 going on 3 years now. So we farmers, that's why some of us say that we're not like the Christmas and what and all that. Every day is Christmas, because the majority farmers must be in the lands on that day, because every day is especially every day is eating. So we have to protect our land, because now farmers is getting our tail now. Look, now the holidays coming up now, just as last year, like it will not have no lettuce, no tomatoes, no cabbage with this rainfall season that we are getting there. So I will repeat again, farmers, because it's a lot of robbery still in the land, and it's a lot of our produce and our products and our item. Have a good morning.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. And he's talking for farmers and they also could be preyed. They can also be a prey too, from individuals wanting the pretty last name and so forth. And so that's certainly something that we can look forward to. 435-2041. Approximately 3 minutes left on today's program. We were before we entertain another call. You were talking about I did mention mentioned, individuals, should be more careful in terms of maximizing the security. And any tips that you want to give, especially for people they secure their personal belongings? We did speak at length about that to a point, but sometimes there are individuals who just do things that could just cause individuals to prey on them. But before we answer that, the calls are coming. Let's take another one. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Hey, I have a problem with the GVN's programming. Why not bring
Caller, I think your comment is not really what we're going at right now, so let's forget that. That is totally off to the point that we're making right now. Any final thing you want to try before we take a wrap this morning?
Yep. One thing I would like to throw out with respect to the business community, on the basis that has been my field of expertise for quite some time with financing and so forth, particularly wireless financing. Yeah. I want to admonish the business community, in fact, to also pay attention to the details with respect to their payments, payments for raw materials and so forth to outside companies and so on. There might be changes in email addresses. They might get directive to make payments all of a sudden.
So that's where these cybercrime
that's correct.
Comes in there now.
So in the event that the businesses out there get sudden instructions to make payment to a different account, different banks and those things, my best advice, contact the company, make a call. You must have some means of communication, direct communication. Contact the company, find out, listen, I get new instructions. What's really happening? Because I've seen it several times where the instructions came, monies were paid, and companies here lose a lot.
Once it's not the normal practice that's going
Once it is out of the norm, ask a question. Ask a question, because sometimes the entire email seems perfect, but they may just have a change in a letter being added, full stop being removed or added, just basically little things
that you
wouldn't really recognize with the regular eyes. You need to be keen, on your observation and so on when dealing with online communication for payments. So I'm just advising the community, business community, to pay attention to details. You get new instructions, ask a question, and not just make the payments and then you're being communicated with by the genuine company that they did not receive the payment, and so forth.
Corporal Wickham, I don't know if you have any closing comments that you would like to share with our listener and viewing this morning that would just help them to make sure that they are secured during the festive season and in general as a whole.
Well, in closing, one of the things I really need to drive home is relationship with the public.
Yes.
I want the public to understand that the police is definitely fighting hard to ensure that their safety is always paramount, and they get the best service, they get proper protection, and their general peace of mind is always met. That is what we're striving for. And this season, to ensure that they're safe out there, I want the public to understand their role in supporting the police in preventing some of these crimes, as well as in assisting in the investigation of these crimes. The reduction of the risk automatically eliminates or reduces the opportunity. And once the opportunity reduces, we begin distinguishing the actual crime. I just want the community to know and keep this in mind. So by that, they would ensure that they partner with us in applying those basic tips and so forth.
Corporal Wickham, I want to thank you once again for sharing information this morning. Definitely fruitful information, and I certainly hope the listening and viewing public, who of course will put some of the pointers that you threw out into effect, so that would minimize their having to get themselves, in a situation of that nature where their personal property has been taken and have to. The feeling that can occur when you lose something.
Yes.
It's like simply losing something that is personal to you, and when it's lost, you know what it's like. So to deter that, of course, listen to some of the safety rules that was adhered to this morning. Thanks once again for being on To The Point.
It's always a pleasure.
All right, all the best. Blessings. Hey folks, that's what we take a wrap for today's program. Join us again for another edition edition of To The Point. That's what we say goodbye for today. All the best, folks. Goodbye.